Well, hello again, and welcome to Roland's Reviews. For those of you who were begging me to go live more than once per week, you're probably sick of me now. Well, you see who's back? He's like a bad rash. He keeps coming back. Big Al, Uncle Coney. You wanted and you asked for him, so here he is. I wanted him. I asked for him. He's back. All right. So, uh, hope everyone is enjoying their Sunday. And we know this has been a very eventful day, just full of all kinds of surprises. All right. How you doing, the Arena Uncensored? How are you? Everyone say hello to Big Al, otherwise known as Uncle Coon. And how is your day today? Big Al, talk to us.
I'm good. I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Can't hear you, Big Al.
Huh? You can't? Everything's
You have your
on.
volume working over there, Big Al? How you doing? Allie, you came back. Allie Cat, Allison, how are you? All right. I'm gonna. There we go. How you
Can you hear me?
doing? Mo, you hear him? Okay, Momo. All right, Big Al, we
Yes,
cannot
ma'am.
hear you. So we'll wait until he works out his technical difficulties. Can't hear you.
No, not.
How you doing, James? Roll call, roll call. All right. Cha cha, there you are. I have been working today. I've been busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. Old Sergeant Major at my school used to say that. And so.
What about
Oh,
now?
you can. Everyone can hear Big Al except me then. Okay. James, how are you? Ruby. Okay. So, Big Al, they can hear you.
Okay, cool, good.
I don't know why
We
I
still
can't.
we good?
Of course, there is a time delay
Yeah,
that we're dealing with, unfortunately. Um, Big Al, can you hear me okay?
I can.
All right. Um, Look at the title of today's video. Black man shares his Blexit story from the Democratic Party. Okay. The Democrats are evil. Now, these are Al's words exactly. Okay. So, Al's going to share with us his Blexit from the Democratic Party. He's going to talk about the history and why he voted, democratically speaking, and why he left the Democratic plantation. All right. Hi. Okay. How you doing, Aaliyah? Yeah. Thank you for dropping the link. If you have not already, folks, please go ahead and subscribe to Big Al's channel. He has some excellent content over there, and we just want to support him because he has a lot of the same thought processes that we on this channel have. Okay, so Al, go ahead and share your history, and I will try to keep up with the questions in the comment section, sir.
Okay, cool, great. Hey, appreciate you having me on. It's a great day, but I grew up Democrat. As a young man, my mom used to give me the number, say, okay, when you go vote for these people right here. They were all Democrats. My mom was a school teacher. And, we did what we did. Now, to be honest with you, at that point in time, I really didn't give a flip about politics or anything. The only thing I was trying to do was make a living for myself and just roll on. Now, but I've been in business pretty much all my life. And one thing I noticed early on when the Republicans were in power, it seemed like to me that business was a lot easier to do. A lot, because I was always doing something and always starting something. And they were not as regulated and as the Democrats. The Democrats, to me, a bunch of paperwork and all kind of regulations and this and that and this, all kind of rules. And they just made it hard for a black man or anybody to start a business. And that was part of the problem. Okay, moving forward, after I was out of college, because during those days I didn't care. I couldn't even tell you who the president was. I didn't give a flip. But after having kids and raising a family, and now, according to the Bible, I'm supposed to be looking out for my grandkids. The Bible says, leave your kids an inheritance. And so now looking at the issues, but you know what? Can I say this, Ms. Lee? I don't want to get on everybody's skin, but I don't understand why people are attacking me. I got a thick skin. I look like a turtle, right? But people are attacking me. They're talking about my character and all kind of stuff. And that was one of the things that really made me start looking at President Trump. That was before. Now I get the years messed up, right? But when he was running for office, I have a tax service, and people were coming in to bring me their information so I could do their taxes. And people they strike up a conversation, and they were talking, man, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. And that doesn't really resonate to me. I know most pastors, or a lot of pastors, will tell you, keep your mouth off of other people. Stop running your mouth like that, right? And so I remember that. But anyway, growing up, my mom was a school teacher, and we were fairly well off. My grandmother had a couple of clubs and stuff, so I don't know anything about growing up poor, broke, and hungry, because that's not how I grew up. But people used to talk about me and my sister like a dog. I mean, just because we showed up and we had on new shoes and whatever, I was like, my mama made me wear this stuff. What are you talking about? So when people were talking all that smack about President Trump, I didn't listen, because I've been through that myself. And people are always trying to judge me on how I think and all that kind of stuff. So that was number one. And then I really started looking into it. And then I found out that CNN and all these people, MSNBC, they were not telling the truth. And it was easy to see, because President Trump would broadcast from the White House in person. And I would listen to him, and then 10 minutes later, CNN come on and say something totally different. I said, man, why? These people just lying? They lying. And so I got off the news, and then I started going to YouTubers to get information. And then I would go back and forth, look over there at CNN, Joy Reid, all these people, and they just flat out lying. They are flat out lying. And then I'll say this right quick. I don't understand why a grown man does not look at both sides. Now that's what's blowing me away. And some of these people on here think they're smart as they get Miss Lynn, they get on Facebook and shoot me a bunch of bull crap, right? And talking about how I was when we used to DJ, and I respect you and all that. You don't respect me. If you did, you would have picked up the phone and had a conversation. But anyway, we're on live now. Take your shots. Can you hear me? Miss Lynn, can you hear me?
Yeah. Tracy, welcome to the chat, love. Go ahead and try. You may have to try 2 or 3 times, but go ahead and I'll try to read your comment, dear, okay? Al, James says, remember an important thing. Everybody is lying.
Damn. They say everybody is lying. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Especially the media. Yeah.
Al.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, now, we've been talking about this for a while here on this channel. Mm-hmm. Family, friends. how have you overcome? Because some people may not be as strong as you are. Now, first of all, do we all know what the meaning of Blexit is? Let me go over Blexit. And most of you are familiar with Candace Owens. We know it's an organization founded by Candace Owens in 2018. And a lot of people didn't like what she was saying. But thank God, now a lot of people are listening to what she started saying so long ago. And a lot of this Larry Elder was saying in the 90s. So, but Candace said she wanted to found an organization that would free Black voters from the decades-long grip of the Democratic Party. She wanted people to leave the Democratic plantation. And so Blexit is a Renaissance organization. Now, of course, she works in tandem with Brandon Tatum. Some of you may know him. I think he used to be a police officer, and they do that together. But it's a Black exit from permanent victimhood. We know the Democratic Party is all about, oh, I'm a victim. I can't make it because of white supremacy and racism. Right. Al, what do you think about that? Has white supremacy and racism holding you back?
Man, please, come on, man. You know what? First of all, let me say this. In order for somebody to hold you down, they got to stay down with you. And I don't think anybody has that kind of time. Who the hell? If I'm gonna hold you down on the floor, I gotta be on the floor with you. I believe that people get up every morning and they run in their race. That's what the hell they doing. They trying to provide, and don't nobody give a flip about you and what you got going on. You need to handle your own business. Ain't nobody trying to hold you down. I have several businesses. Let me tell you what. You know where I get all the flack from? Black folks. I don't even do color, but I got some white folks that's probably on the channel right now that support me. If I tell them you bugging me, they'll show up. But I got this to Black people that's calling me names, right? But anyway, Candace Owens, I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the first things that red pilled me was Candace Owens. I got on YouTube and I caught her in that congressional hearing with the senators, and she was on there and she ripped them a new butt. And I'm like, who in the hell is this young lady? But what she said was the God's honest truth. And then I think Senator Lou from New York, the Japanese guy, he tried to put up he had some old fake mess trying to tie her into Hitler, and she ripped his butt right in front of that hearing. I said, man, this girl here, she bad. And then I started following her, Officer Tatum, and then they formed Blexit. And and then I was encouraged from there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, so Tracy has a question. This is part of what I was asking you, because everyone may not be as strong as you are. So Tracy says, my close friend at work doesn't speak to me after the assassination attempt. I found out from my boss that it's because she believes the attempt was staged. So, folks, when I come on here and tell you these things, I don't pull things out of the air. I don't waste your time by making things up. There is still a very large percentage of people, liberal leaning, who think it was a skit, who think it was staged. And so what would you say to Tracy, Big Al?
I would say, come on, man. That's ridiculous. That man, and you think they're gonna stage and shoot, have bullets shot at you? Stage for what? President Trump is the truth. He is people tell, wait, let me get some Kool-Aid. Hold up. Here's my Trump Kool-Aid. I got the glass and everything. Y'all see that?
Hey, Big Al.
You drinking the Kool-Aid. Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you're not drinking that Kool-Aid like Jim Jones. Guyana tragedy. Don't drink that Kool-Aid.
Y'all talking about, man? Nothing but cliches. I see a question from Ruby. She says, why did my people remain Democrat? I would love to talk to my mom, who's gone on, and my grandmother about that, because I'm not sure I know what they would be saying right now. I guarantee you they wouldn't be rolling with this mess. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, ain't nowhere in hell that my mama is gonna be with abortion and killing babies. She ain't finna do that. She ain't finna do no gay marriages and none of that. She don't give a flip about what you do, but she ain't gonna be on board with that, right?
Right.
And all this stuff. And she can see, you know what people used to do back then? You couldn't come to the people back then and give them one side of a story. They'll tell you, now tell me the other side.
And they can see between the BS.
Yeah, they just listen to one side and then run their mouth. And you know what? It's nothing to me like a dumbass, excuse me, pretending that they smart. Y'all dumb.
Well, again, you know, it's some people are so far gone, you know, it's a waste of breath. You're wasting breath you'll never get back. And when people are that indoctrinated, that brainwashed, what are you going to do? Now, those of you who are here, I shared, and you don't have to look at the videos up in the description box up under my video. You can on YouTube, TikTok, you can type in hashtag Blexit. You're going to see so many videos. I won't play any here because every time I play videos, it starts buffering. Look at those. I think I shared about 4 or 5. And these are people, look like they're in the 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. And I got the videos off of Candace Owens' YouTube channel, and they're not even long. They're like a minute or less, but they're it's a brief synopsis of why they were voting Democratic and then why they made the change. And so, you know, it's let me show them this, Big Al, and then I'm going to let you continue.
You know, guys, they don't just most of those people, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it at all. They're not open for information. You know, I looked at a picture yesterday of one of my homeboys that I went to college with. Beautiful picture, was laying out in the yard with his grandkids, and he hit me up yesterday and called himself, blasted me. But why are people attacking my character instead of talking about the issues? That's what I don't understand. Man, I remember when you used to this. I can't believe you thinking like that. Let's talk about the issues, man. They don't do that.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen now.
And
now we are on a time delay. So.
Okay. While you're doing that, you want me to read the comments?
Please, sir.
Okay, Tracy Boardman. He thinks it was also, I tried to tell him, I think she's talking about, they're talking about the people that were said it was staged. And some people said that immediately.
Right.
I was looking right at it. And when I saw it, I was like, man, something not right about that. That looked real bad. And I couldn't believe that somebody could get that close to take a shot at him, knowing how people hate him. Hate him for what? Why do people hate President Trump? You want me to tell you what? Because you have been told to hate him, but you can't find me not one shred of evidence anywhere where that man has ever said that he didn't like black people, that he don't like Hispanics, that he don't like people. You can't find it. But I can find you tons of pictures of him rolling with black people and shaking hands and doing everything else. I got a news flash for you, homeboy. Racist people do not shake your hand. They don't like you. They ain't finna have nothing to do with you. You're not gonna get in range of them. You will never smell them. They ain't gonna never smell you. Do you understand the definition of racism? That means they don't like you behind the color of your skin. Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Big Al, I need you to address this, because when I have people come into the comment section and they say something about Trump and his racism, one of the main things they bring up is they'll say something about, him and his father would not rent to Black Americans. And like I tell them, that was standard industry practice. And again, what I say is we've all done things we're not proud of, but we're not public figures. So no one's airing our dirty laundry. So we all make mistakes and we have to, accept God's grace. But I'm saying, what do you say to people who are always talking about him and his father, not renting to Black Americans? What are your thoughts on that?
I looked into that. That's not totally true either. And another thing that you have to understand, that Donald Trump for a long time has not personally run any of his companies. He hires people for that. And so we all know, I'm in business. So I know I have people all the time that's supposed to be working and they ain't doing a damn thing. I have people that's supposed to be doing their hours per way and they're not doing it. But I can tell you this, and I have people that will get mad, right? And a lot of times it's not something that I did. They just having a bad day. But when I looked into that, I didn't see any evidence of Donald Trump them not renting to people. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you what I found. I found a story of a homeless lady that stayed in Trump Tower some kind of way. She got in Trump Tower and was in a room. And when Donald Trump found out about it, he told them to leave her alone. And he did not put her out. And from what I understand, that lady stayed in there like 3 or 4 years, rent-free. And he sent her food every day and roses on occasions. Racist people don't do that, right? But you so dumb, you ain't trying to find no facts. I put up something last night. Y'all can go to my Facebook page and see it. It blew me away.
Yeah. But like I said,
there's a website that tells you every law and every executive order that every president ever did. And when you look on there,
right,
President Trump, if you put Obama and Biden together, they haven't done more laws and executive orders than Donald Trump. But people can look right at that. And I challenged some people last night, look on there and tell me one executive order or one law that Donald Trump passed when he was in office that goes against the word of God. And a lot of those people, I talked to about 6 or 7 people yesterday, I haven't heard from them. They ain't said
Big
nothing.
Al, I get it. But like I said, Big Al, this is my thing too. If James made a statement, said that Trump's father did some very bad things in Coney Island with a land purchase. And I heard some things about his father. This is my thing, folks. We all have done wrong, but we're not public figures. So our dirty laundry is not going to be aired. So this is what I say. Even if, Trump said or did something, you're going to hold that against him all of his life. Now, when we do something, we want to be forgiven.
Yeah.
If you go back in all of our pasts, we've all done or said something that was not appropriate. We all have. But if we're not public figures, we don't have people throwing it in our face. Right. So genuinely, I think he's a good person. And again, I'm not holding something against him he did 30, 40 years ago. Now, Jim Crow Joe has been doing things almost 50 years. He gets a free pass. If you have a D behind your name, you get a free pass. If you are a Republican or you're Trump, no. They did this. This is who they are. Racist. Shut up. Come on.
President Trump was Democrat all his life.
He was.
He was a Democrat all his life.
He was. And everyone loved him. I remember all those pictures from the 80s, the boxers, the rappers, entertainers. Everyone loved him until he ran for president. They flipped the script. And everybody, I've even had people ask me, wait a minute, why? What happened? I said, you know what happened? He's not a Democrat now. Had he remained Democrat, it would have been all love.
It would have been all cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm just being honest about. Oh yeah, James. Yeah, love, you're good. We have to be James. James said he's just being honest about both sides. And James, I'm
Mhm.
glad you brought that up. I read something when someone told me about Trump and what his father
Mhm.
did so far as renting to Black Americans. I did read some stuff that took place, but again, hey, James, we all have to receive God's grace for the things we've done wrong. But thank you for bringing that up, James. It's all
Mhm.
good. I'm glad you brought it up. We don't just try to present one side, but let me show you
Mhm.
guys. So this is the website right here, Blexit, and it's powered by Turning Point. And you can go on there if you want to donate or whatever. But there's, of course, there's Candace Owens, and this is her mantra. If you hold a permanent view of yourself as a victim, you become your own oppressor. Those words are powerful. Um,
Mhm.
and again, Blexit, and let me read this for you. Um, Hold on, let me go back a little bit. There we go. Is the largest conservative minority grassroots movement in the country. It is the movement to drive traditional American principles into urban communities. Of course, that would solve most of their problems across the United States of America to promote economic independence. That independence being the operative word, folks. Individual freedom, to strengthen the nuclear family, foster a deeper appreciation for patriotism and Black American culture. We focus on shifting the culture as well as educating and uplifting minority America through educational programs and acts of community service. Look at that paragraph, folks. Everything in that mission statement there, the Democrats are against all of that.
Mhm.
They are against traditional American principles.
That's
They
right.
are against urban communities because of their failed policies that they continue to promote. They are against economic independence. They want you to remain dependent on their plantation. That's why they're losing their stuff. They're going crazy now with all these Black Americans saying, no, thank you. We're fine. We're good. We're going over here. They are against individual freedoms. They are against the nuclear family, folks. Again, research it. When they started the welfare state, LBJ started it with the Great Society, where they said, we'll help you and your children. The man has to go. That if you
Yep.
are against the nuclear family, you are satanic. You're either
Mhm.
godly or you're satanic.
That's
Foster
right.
a deeper appreciation for patriotism. We know the Democrats are against that too. And so if you look at this, um, yeah, there's Brandon Tatum right there. And then, of course,
Mhm.
Candace Owens. But
Mhm.
yeah, I just wanted to share this with you. And he says, internalize who and what you want to be. That will determine your future, not the color of your skin. And again, folks, that's what we've been saying on this channel. It's not racism and white supremacy that's holding you back. It's your bad choices. That's what
Yep.
holds you back. And until you're willing to address the truth, you can never improve anything. If you keep listening to the lies of the left, nothing's going to improve. Um, and Big Al, uh, what else did you have to say about what if you had to choose the primary reason that you left the number numero uno? What's
Mhm.
the number one reason? I know you talked about it earlier. What's the number one if you had the primary reason you left the Democratic Party?
Well, I saw, like I said, the persecution. That's number one. You know, people talking about people with no facts, because I went through that when I was growing up, and even after I started doing business, I remember I had a car wash, and word got back to me that I was selling dope. Man, I worked harder than anybody at the darn place. I was up there washing cars just like everybody else, so I could put that money directly in my pocket And I remember when I went and got a limousine, and one of the guys, I started limousine service, and when I pulled back up with the limo, one of the guys that worked for me, he asked me, he said, "Man, how many kilos did that cost?" And I'm like, "Man, we are crazy." And so I just wanted to break away from that whole stupid mentality and all that. And so I just don't take wooden nickels, man. Let me see the other side. Let me sort it out, and let's look at everything, and then I can make a determination. But the Democratic Party, let me say this. This is my opinion. These are not the same people we grew up with. And these people today, they are demonic as hell. And everything they stand for is money. And if you look at it, you multiply it out down the road, everything that they do and stand for leads to destruction.
Yes.
2 men ain't no baby. 2 women can't either. Drag queens in the schools. Look at oil and gas. We got more oil and gas than China. And we buying gas from them. That means they in control. So when they get ready to throw the switch, what we going to do then? Donald Trump said, we're not finna do none of that crap. We going to drill, baby, drill. And we going to put people to work. Our plants and stuff are coming back. Remember, Obama said that. Well, y'all get used to it. All the manufacturing going overseas. And now everything you pick up say made in China.
Everything.
In your butt overnight. It's crazy, some of the stuff that people are putting up with, and they voting for it.
They are.
No, I ain't voting for that mess. And then you shot at the man.
Big Al
too. Come on, man.
Right.
I'm being caught on
Big
fire.
Al, you're absolutely right.
Some of these people, if they
you know what, Big Al, yeah. But what's perplexing to me, Big Al, is sometimes when you talk to some of these Democrats, these liberals, and you just ask them questions like, what do you support? Do you support school choice or, vouchers or the public schools? So they don't even realize it. When I've noticed that, tell me if you've noticed the same. When you question them and look at their answers, they're conservatives. Their answers didn't say that they should be voting conservatively speaking. But they don't.
They really are. They really are conservatives.
Yeah, but they won't vote conservative.
If you talk to them about the issues, they really are conservatives. And I don't, I have, people go to work and work hard and put in there, especially my generation, we didn't believe in going cheating the clock. We go put in a day's work, man. And when you get finished, you want to go home and take a shower and get you a good meal and lay back and watch the news. Well, the news has tricked you because they are lying. And they've been lying for the last 10, 12 years, straight up lying. But how do you fall for that long? That's what perplexes me. How do you let people lie to you for that long and you just sucking it up and eating it up? And then you so into that mess that you go in the street and you attack another man based on somebody telling you, and you ain't investigated nothing. That's crazy. Get up my face. I got the mic now.
Hey. My mic sound nice. Check 1. All right. So, and what you're saying is absolutely true. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. And to just sit up, like I said, you're strong. Some people, it's devastating. Family and friends have stopped communicating with them simply because of who they decided to vote for. When did we as a society stoop that low? Now, I will admit, during Trump's first presidency, when he was talking about fake news and they were telling all these lies, I was thinking to myself, all right, come on, guy, now it's not that bad. I did not realize how bad it was. And then Trump kept saying it. So when I hear something, I go and try to find out a little bit about it. And then as time went on and on and on, I'm like, oh my God. everything that he was saying his first term was true. I
Yeah.
guess I just didn't want to believe that people were that vile and evil.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they're bad, but they're not that bad. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
But if you don't have an evil satanic mindset, it is hard for you to wrap your brain around the evil that they have perpetrated on the American people. And like I said, I guess I was in La La Land. I was thinking, okay, now it's not that bad. Yes, it's worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
And Steve says,
bad.
yeah, we will have to have some diversity to go along with Kamala. Perhaps a blue-haired, black, Jewish, transgender Korean. Steve, Steve, you weren't here.
Kamala can't win. Huh? She can't even come close to winning because most women that really understand their, I won't say their roles and stuff because people get mad. Everybody's so tender, right? But the Bible say the men are the leaders, and a lot of women, they know that. And so they're not going to put a woman in the White House and for security, because I think most women want security. They want to be protected. They want to know that they're safe. And can you imagine Kamala Harris with her cackling butt talking to Putin and all them people? You see what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work. Trump has to check with those people because he told them point blank, if you bust another move, I'm gonna bust your butt. And they know he wasn't playing. They know he wasn't playing. Yeah. Remember, he was talking to a senator. He gave a picture to what's the man from? He was talking to one of them guys overseas, and he told him, he said, "Fire another shot, and I'm gonna bust your tail up." And then he gave the man a picture of his house. He said, "I'm not playing with you. Let one soldier get hurt, and it's gonna be your last day." And got up and walked out the room, and we heard nothing. He can keep peace over there. Yep. He can keep peace.
Mm-hmm. Keith Tolliver says, I've been a Trump supporter since 2016. He's the first president I voted for, and I'm 51 years old. Oh, wow.
I would imagine. I would imagine. I was kind of like that too. I didn't care nothing about that.
Right.
I didn't.
And Steve says, Lord help the world if Kamala becomes president. Steve, I'm believing, after witnessing the divine intervention and the providential will of God during that attempted unaliving event, I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
he saved him for a purpose. He did. He did. No. I do not believe he saved him for the cackling hen to be elected. Now, again, they may try they're going to continue to cheat, and they're going, don't think they're not going to try to steal this one like they stole the last one. Yeah. But I tell you what, this country will be in an uproar, and you will see this country will implode if they do what they did last election cycle.
Yeah, I think they are setting us up for all that crap because they setting us up for all that mess because the internet was acting up. I think they're going to try to do something with it.
They're going to
like something. Like they can't count those votes and stuff. I think they're going to try to do some mess like that. But
they're going to do something with the internet. They are always up to no good. You remember that song by Linda Ronstadt? I think I sang it a few videos again. And when I think about the Democratic Party, I think about Linda Ronstadt. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I gotta say it again. Don't worry, Big Al. I will not be quitting my day job. Ruby, don't you get started. Ruby's going to get started on me again. But Ruby said 2028 will give them enough time to find a new scheme. Yeah. So this is kind of short notice. But hey, they are still, they're not giving up because they know all this dirt. And now that everything is being exposed about how the Secret Service was told to stand down, they had time to stop the shooter.
Yeah.
But also what happened on Wall Street, you see what happened. So a lot of stuff's coming out now. Karen, They find a way to select someone in the White House will be living in a Red Dawn movie. Yeah, Karen, this America is officially a third world nation. All these things they're doing happens in third world countries.
Yeah.
And don't get it twisted, folks. They're not done. You heard Mr. Joyner say that. He was on the show a couple of Sundays ago. He told you they're not done. Who knows what else they have tried to do that we are not privy to, that they have not shared with us? Who knows?
I don't believe that's the first time that they tried to kill Trump. I don't believe that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Who knows what else they done?
It's not going to be on the news because they didn't report that. If you look at it, they didn't report that long for the assassination attempt on the president. But you know, one thing that I noticed, I look at the word, I look at the news. You know, some people are so dumb in America. If you look at the news in Australia and the UK and other countries, they can give you a better picture of what's going on in America than you can, than some of these fools can. And when President Trump got shot, people in all countries got on their knees and started praying. They know that man is the leader of the free world. They understand that. And you around here talking about his daddy didn't rent somebody a house in 1939. What the hell is that? How does that take care of your grandkids' future? Your grandkids finna be at war and finna be all kind of problems. Grandkids if you don't get these fools out of office.
Right. They're talking about, again, still looking in the rearview mirror. Let's look forward. Let's talk about what his policies have done and are going to do to try to bring this country back from the brink of destruction.
James said most of the EU and Europe hate Trump, to be honest. Now, how is that honest? Yeah, where the facts, man? Because I see videos all the time where people carrying Trump sign, even in China. Now, I don't know about most of them or how many people it is, but I know some of them got more sense than some of the people over here. Yeah,
the countries that are trying to do things they shouldn't be doing, and they're into nefarious activities. Of course, they're going to prefer the Democrats because they just run roughshod over them. You know, or Biden's trying to figure out his name and where he is.
Talk to the people in Australia because they've already taken their guns and they understand what happened and what happened. They understand that. Talk to the people in Cuba. Remember, Trump said the other day he was going to liberate them. He's going to get them taken care of, right? So there's examples of people all over the world. People are coming over here because they've been oppressed at home, and they trying to pull that same mess over here. That's why they're trying to take the guns so they can control you. That's what that is.
Everything with them is about control. Everything. And let me ask you this, Big Al. Did you do an honest, when you decided, okay, now, how many years did you vote for Democrats? Give me a time span.
Shoot, all the while I was voting up until
what year?
I don't even remember years like that. But after Obama, I didn't even vote the second time because I didn't like what he did.
Okay, so you voted for Obama for the first term, right?
First term, yeah. I don't even think I went to vote the second time. I didn't even.
Okay. Okay. And so so is that when you started to say, wait a minute? You started to question things the most after that first term?
When Trump got in the White House, that's when everything really started hitting me because a lot of people were still talking. But I was seeing firsthand every day what he was doing. And that man was working every day. He was getting something done. And it was all positive. And I never saw anything that he did. And I challenge anybody to go look at what he did and find one thing on there that goes against the word of God.
Yeah. And ultimately, that's what is the most important.
It should be.
So now I will say, I remember after Obama's first term, I started hearing rumblings. And, you know, people like I was shocked. Like Tavis Smiley, Cornell
Mm-hmm.
West, they start talking trash. And I told you, I'm pretty much in a military town, so I started
Mm-hmm.
seeing Black Americans, talking trash, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, okay. And like I said, when I hear stuff, I don't take it at face value. I try
Mm-hmm.
to, say, okay, let me see, what's really going on here. And so I started doing my own research. Um,
Yeah.
and so that's okay, Steve. Steve said, my
Yeah.
God, Big Al voted for Obama. He voted for Obama first term.
Yeah. The
But
first time I
like I
didn't vote for
said,
him. The second
on this channel,
Mm-hmm.
we welcome everyone who wakes up and who
Yeah.
walks out of the darkness into light. We welcome
Mm-hmm.
everyone, Steve. Florida said, no pork chop, Al, no. And Steve, the pork chop, I'm talking about pork chops. So,
Mm-hmm.
but again, the important thing is that we awaken as many people as possible. And when they say, hey, when the light bulb comes on, like when I'm in
Mm-hmm.
my classroom and I'm teaching, let me see what's something difficult for students to understand it. When I teach genetics and heredity, that's one of the units I teach in my honors food science class that I teach. And when I'm doing Punnett squares,
Mm-hmm.
some kids, boom, they get it. Some
Mm-hmm.
I have to go over and over as they try to determine the percentages of heterozygous and homozygous genes. And so everyone's different. But when I
Mm-hmm.
see that light bulb go on, and when I have a student, to once I've helped them 2 or 3 times, and then they boom, I look at their Punnett square, all the
Mm-hmm.
genes, dad's alleles are in the right place, mom's alleles are in the right place, their
Mm-hmm.
percentages are right so far as the offspring, how they're going to look from this pairing of mom and dad. So everyone is at a different place mentally, psychologically, and so hey, as long as you wake up and see the light, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm there. How you doing, Montrez? Yes, I am, Montrez. I am a big supporter of Mark Robinson. I hope that he will
Yeah.
be our next governor.
Mm-hmm.
Montrez, since you're here, go back. I did a video on Mark Robinson, I think in June, if I'm not mistaken. Check that out. Those of you who are here, please go ahead, hit that like button, share this on your various forms of social media, bring more people into the conversation. Ruby said, people voted for Obama to be a part of history. Yeah, Ruby. So people have different reasons for voting why they vote.
Yeah.
I did not want to be a part of that history lesson, Ruby. Ruby's making me spam the comment section with it. Ruby is something else.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I look at the policy Trump put in place. My pockets were real fluffy during the Trump administration.
That's true.
I make 32,000 and find myself living different than when I was. I think he said he makes $32 an hour
An
and find
hour. Yeah.
myself living differently than when. Okay, yeah. So pocketbook issues,
Mm-hmm.
kitchen table issues, and you have
Mm-hmm.
these fools still out here saying vote blue no matter who. Are you crazy or just plain stupid?
Yes. Dumb.
I'm saying that's why I tell people don't listen to these Democratic shills, Al Sharpton, Joyless Reed, Congressional Black Caucus, Black ministers, Black preachers, Black celebrities, Black athletes. News flash, they're not suffering. They have their money. They're paid handsomely. And they're
Mm-hmm.
also paid to keep you on that Democratic plantation, to keep you a perpetual victim all your life. And
Yep.
that is satanic. That is not godly. I don't see
Mm-hmm.
anywhere in the Bible where it says we are victims. It does say we're victors if we believe in God. So
That's right.
that's not from God. And again,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to have a sermon, but I get angry, Big Al, and you brought that up. I get so angry when people are looking. If you're looking to man, you're doing wrong already. You're supposed to be looking
Mm-hmm.
to a higher power. So you're looking to him as your God. And like I said, all these people, those of you who've been here, all the videos that Al and I have done the past few days, they're doing very well because Al believes like I do. We don't play that. If you black, everything is okay. We don't give a care. You're a Black American. No. Me and Al, we both feel the same. We call it out. Al, I forgot to tell you, the comment section. Some lady came on. Remember the lady here in Henderson, North Carolina, a couple of hours northeast of where I live. She's still a city councilman in Henderson. Some lady left a comment and said she shouldn't be required to step down. What are you, a Nazi? What about, she said, what about freedom of speech? Okay, yeah. We know what happened when Obama was in office. White people were afraid to talk. They could open their mouth. They could look cross-eyed. Boom, they're fired. They lose their job. How much do you want to bet, Big Al? And those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you need to check out that video. Geraldine Champion is her name. Google it. How much do you want to bet if she was white, the NAACP, Al Sharpton, or whoever else would be protesting? She needs to be removed. We don't do double standards on this channel. I don't give a care. I'm not into racial idolatry. You're right or you're wrong. Point blank. Big Al, what do you think about that, dear?
I agree with you 100%. You know, either you right or wrong. I don't know. You know, she should be fired or whatever. You know, they probably got guidelines on that, but I know she was dead wrong. I mean, you know, how the hell, when we start doing that, you know, somebody get shot at and people got killed and hurt, and then that's funny. That just goes to show you, and then you're 100% Democrat. That just goes to show you how bad people are being brainwashed and coming up with all this hate and this nonsense, man. But you know what? If you get to heaven, or when you get to heaven, right, you got the answer for all this mess, right? I ain't gonna be the one to tell her I was killing back. Well, I didn't know no better and all that. No. And then, you know, one of the biggest issues, like one guy was telling me today, one of the biggest issues is abortion. How does a woman have more rights than anybody else? We have to protect those babies. They are killing those kids.
That's their agenda.
Has the Black population grown any?
No.
Because 80 million babies have been aborted. Somebody got an answer for that. I'm not going to be standing over there when the dust clear. I'm not going to be standing over there with Satan. That's not going to happen.
Right. And you're absolutely right, Big Al. And again, you're participating in your own genocide, and you're too stupid to realize it. Where are all of the Planned Parenthood clinics? They're not in Asian communities. They're not in white. Where are they?
In the Black neighborhood.
Okay. But what are they always walking around talking about? Black Lives Matter? No, they don't. You are an oxymoron. That's what you are. You are an oxymoron. You're saying Black Lives Matter, but this is your stance. So stop it. Yeah, and like I said, they won't do research. I actually, when I teach about eugenics is a part of my curriculum, and I actually teach about Margaret Sanger and eugenics. People think that the Nazis started that. Honey, they got that from Margaret Sanger right here in America. Look it up. I teach about this in my classes. Yeah, that's where they got that eugenics stuff from. Yep. And you guys can Google her videos here on YouTube and see what she thought about Black Americans. Don't listen to me. Google it if you're not afraid. Where are we here? Cha-cha, funny because the Dems are funding actual Nazis in Ukraine. Yeah, exactly. Karen Smith said there's one right across the street from my daughter's high school. Yeah, they're right, nice and convenient. And what you guys don't know, you may not know, I also teach about stem cell research. And I actually shared a video with the lady who's over Planned Parenthood. It was an undercover video. And she was working with an abortion doctor. So she wanted the doctor to promote as many abortions as possible to get those fetuses for research. They have ulterior motives, folks.
Yeah, they do.
Allie,
Yep.
what would Dems do if they actually made it to heaven? We know they won't, and they find out God's black. Allie, Keith, our people are living in an emancipated state. We act like children. That's why we are not taken seriously. Okay, Keith. Well, when you are saying that you are perpetually a victim and you can't make it, everybody hit that like button for me. I can't make it because of white supremacy. I can't make it because of systemic racism. That's what you have been bombarded with. Okay, why? Ruby from Joyland, I've been talking to her. Al is successful. He's not living on the government. I'm not living. Why did we make it? What happened to the systemic racism that the Democratic Party preaches? What happened to the white supremacy that's supposed to hold us and keep us on the bottom? Why did we escape it? Somebody type that in the comment section. I'll wait. And so,
where are the white supremacists?
Al,
that's what I want to know. Where are they?
Huh?
Where are the white
it's
supremacists?
It's a figment of their imagination. Hey, and while they're sitting here preaching that victimhood, people from other countries are coming over here, getting their piece of the American dream, which they can't get much now that Biden's been in there. He's destroyed it all. But I'm just saying, people from other countries come here, and they come. Why are so many people trying to come here? I'm talking about the people who do it legally. If it's so bad, they're not talking about white supremacy. They just come over here and work hard. I have a student. I have a story to tell you. Short story. I have a student who, her father, I told you most of my students are military. The parents are in the Army or Air Force. And her parents were from Kenya, are from Kenya, because I think, they're both still alive. Her dad was in the U.S. Army. And, hardworking. Her mom got a job at the nearest hospital in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And she moved up the ranks quickly. Well, Black American women and white women as well were upset. Why did she get promoted? She came over here and worked hard. Yeah. So it's not just Black Americans that are being told they're victims. White women are being told they're victims too. And Democrats are trying to totally erase the white male. Oh my God. You see, if you didn't see, I uploaded a video. They are threatening, if they don't give that to Kamala Harris, Black women are threatening they're going to destroy the Democratic Party. And I love it. This is the best thing for America. God notice what he's doing. He's disassembling. Because it's nothing but vile and wicked and bad for this country. What do you think? What else can we do, you think, to wake more people up? That's what I want to do before November.
We have to just keep going. It's surprised. I called you right before we went live, and I said, Miss Lynn, this chat gonna be lit up, but I don't see none of those people. None of them. They, you know what they are? Cowards. Yeah, that's what they are. Cowards. You're a dumb coward, running your mouth and don't know nothing about nothing. And you calling me names? I got the microphone now, punk. they got under my skin. Man, they was on my butt all day. Check my Facebook page. They was all day. And I know they talking because they all in the same circle. They sitting one by one. And you know what I was doing? Taking their butts out one by one. None of them. Show your butt up in the chat. I know you're listening. Just scare yourself. Show up.
Right. Yeah. And show up and show out. But
I'm sorry, but you finish your question. You can see I'm pissed.
That's okay. Anger, it works for you sometimes. It's good. I wanted to read this. Keith Tolliver, and Keith, I guess he's Black American. He says, I've never experienced racism at all. I hear about it on television. Why? Oh, if you are out here, hey, let me address that. James said it right here. And this is what I tell my students. And I told you, those of you that don't know, I teach high school students. James says health intelligence, and work ethic are the main things that count in today's society. James, that's what I tell my students. Yeah. If you have work ethic, if you are motivated, you don't have time to be sitting up here talking about systemic racism and I can't make it because of white supremacy. You're out here working. You don't have time for that crap. Thank you. James said it. Keith looks like he's Keith. I think you're from your profile picture. Looks like he's Black American. Keith, I have to read this again. I need to pin that comment. I'm pinning Keith's comment all the way up at the top. Yeah. Now, and again, is this country perfect? No. But oh my God, Keith said, I've never experienced racism at all. I hear about it. That is telling. Oh my God. Al, what do you think about that?
Well, you know, it's almost, see, the news media got everybody on edge, a lot of people on edge, and everybody's thinking about color. And every time there's a disagreement between somebody black and white, then they automatically say it's racism. How about they just don't like you? Right? Yeah. I've had black people that I spoke to, and they looked at me like I had 9 heads. I mean, you know, everybody's entitled to a bad day. But if we get off this color stuff, and we all should just be Americans, right? And I think we'll be fine. Excuse me.
I have students. This is what I tell my students. I hate to keep going back to it, but this is what I do. I have students at Yale, former students at Yale University. I have former students at the local county lockup. Make a choice, make a decision, okay? And your choices are going to determine, because I told you, when I have students come to me, Miss Siebert, this teacher's racist. I shut them down real quick. Go in there, sit down, shut your mouth, and learn. You're in there, what, an hour, 30 minutes? I don't want to hear it. That racism, what about, I've been saying this on this channel, is another, it's just an excuse.
Another way to
make it. Yeah. I talked to a student recently. She wasn't one of my students. She's another teacher student. But I saw her in the hallway, and she said, I got fired from my job. I said, what happened? Oh, the manager was racist. I didn't say anything else. I just walked away. So I know this girl because other teachers have told me about this girl, and she has too much mouth. And she thinks she knows it. So it's not racism, sweetie. It's you. Stop it. Okay, so Keith says, I'm from East Oakland, California. Okay, so he's from Oakland. Where are we here? Keith identifies as an American Indian. Okay. I done my research on my family here. Okay. Okay, so Keith is Indian. Okay. James, I had a restaurant in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. I went with a black friend to meet his friends one day, and they all thought I was a cop until my friend told them I'm a chef. Yeah. I mean, so Tracy made a good point here. I used to wonder why stem cell research was such a big issue. Now I know it opened the little door. Yeah, Tracy, they love to get those fetuses for research purposes. That's what they like to do with that. And other, and it's a big business. And so this is an ethical issue. On the other undercover video, the head of Planned Parenthood was saying we need more fetuses. All right, and then we'll do this for you over here. So it's a big business, and a lot of people don't realize that. See, Fryer, I'm sorry you didn't get your notification, dear, but you're here now. That's all that counts. And so, Big Al, what else would you like to say about your Blexit? How do you feel about your Blexit?
I feel great. I feel great knowing that what I'm doing. That's one reason why I started the YouTube channel, you know, to help people get the word out. And sometimes when I'm engaging with people, I'm not even talking to them, right? Because I already know they're stupid. But with the conversation going back and forward, there's going to be people who really haven't thought about it, haven't decided, or haven't made a decision. I'm giving them some information, right? I haven't told anybody to vote for anybody. You vote for whoever the hell you want to vote for, right? But stop telling me what to do. Give me some Kool-Aid. Let me get some Kool-Aid.
I told you not to drink that Jim Jones Kool-Aid. Remember the Guyana tragedy?
Yeah, they asking me about that. Why do you think the Jim Jones? I don't know. Because they were lied to. How about that? That's what's gonna happen to you. Keep on running with them Democrats. You're gonna be the one drinking the Kool-Aid.
They need to look up. They need to watch it. That documentary. Yeah. I've seen it 1,000 times. The Guyana tragedy. They all drank that Kool. Almost 1,000 people died. Listen to one man. And if you keep listening to the lying Democrat, that will be your fate as well. James said that Woodstock Kool-Aid was better. Yeah, because at least you're still alive. Yeah, Keith, I don't blame you. He said he has to have conversations with the thinker. Yeah, you have to. With me, you have to have more than 2 brain cells, Keith. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you do.
I guarantee you, those people drunk that Kool-Aid behind lies. They didn't drink it behind the truth.
They did.
There's your answer right there.
Documentary. I'm a big history buff, and I've watched every documentary on the Guyana tragedy, and it was all lies. Oh, we got to go based on lies. They killed those the senator and a few other people, and then they were like, "Well, they're going to come back here and they're going to do." So yeah, it was all lies. Again, that was a cult, just like the Democratic Party. It's a cult. No independent thinking.
Yep.
Right, Alley Cat is talking here. And so that's what I say, Yeah.
But when you go around and you out and about, you run by Walmart and the post office and different stuff like that, you don't see racism and all that crap, right? I see a lot of times older white women with the grandbabies and the babies, you can tell they had black. You know what I'm saying? You just see all kind of stuff. I live Grambling State University in Louisiana Tech, right here in my backyard, right? And you go to the grocery store and you see college students, black and white, getting along. You can tell they roommates, they shopping, trying to put their money together and trying to make it. And they coming out with a can of Spam and some peas, trying to put this thing together. And then the people telling you, I took care of inflation. No, the hell you didn't. Right? I got $100 the other day and got 2 bites out of it, gave the lady a $10 bill and got $1.89 back. I'm like, where the hell is my change? She's like, that's it. Right? And you see, people, they so stupid, they don't even see what's going on around them. So the people on the TV telling you one thing, and then you walk outside your house and you see something totally different, and you just ignore what you see with your eyes and believe.
Just ignore it.
And Joy Reid looked like a straight crackhead. To me, I don't know, that video she made scared the hell out of me.
Yep.
What the hell is she tweaking on?
They're all flipping out because they know their time is quickly coming to an end. And I'm like you, Big Al.
They are straight up panicking. All of them.
Yeah, and those of you who are here.
There you go.
Karen said, not with the Common Core math, 2 + 1 = 5.
Yeah.
Woo! And I'm what you saying, Big Al. You all this money you're spending, and you're struggling. You're already poor and struggling, but you're going to continue to vote for the party that's going to keep you poor,
to put you in the hole.
Yeah. So where are we, Keith?
I did
something. Oh yeah.
Abortion. I did a video on abortion.
You can articulate what. You hear what Keith said. You can articulate why that's your ideology. The radical part of politics is crazy to me. Yeah, Keith. Tracy, my mom was a nurse that witnessed the abortion baby bagged and marked stem cells, then sold to cosmetic companies. She said other nurses were rubbing the leftovers in their hair. Yeah, Tracy. There's a lot of things people don't understand about that business. And so, yeah. And so, Big Al, anything else you want to say about your Blexit from the Democratic Party?
Yeah, it's a couple of things I want to point out to you that maybe
Yes, sir.
y'all might have known this, maybe y'all do. But President Trump, when he was a kid, do y'all know who his pastor was? And I see a whole lot of stuff on the internet. They saying that President Trump has never set foot in a church and all that. And so I'll type him back. How do you know? Where y'all get this mess from? How do you know what he did when he? But y'all are stupid, man. But Norman Vincent Peale was President Trump's pastor when he was growing up. Y'all Google him. He wrote the #1 best-selling book of all times besides the Bible. He really wrote the Bible. What it is the interpretation of the Bible without putting the scriptures in there. And so, the heathens and everybody would read it. Yeah. But that is the go-to book of how you're supposed to think. Norman Vincent, that was Donald Trump's pastor. That's why he has such a thick skin. And he can take all this mess. Can you imagine? The people talking about me, but look at all the hate that he gets. And then he just keep going, and then they shot at him. Come on, man.
I would have been like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Al, I need for you to drop your channel link in the comment section. People are asking for your channel so they can go sub it up. The end of the bench, he said he was raised by a Klansman. He's asking a question.
No, that wasn't even close. Matter of fact, his parents were from overseas. They didn't have nothing to do with none of that mess.
Yeah.
And they did a study. They did a study and said President Trump is the only president that's not tied to slavery. Yeah. That came out about 3 months ago.
Okay. Yeah. Did you drop your channel link, Al?
Yeah, I'm finna drop it.
C. Fryer said, I was actually beginning to realize it wasn't live, so I came looking and found. Yeah, C. Fryer, I premiered a video on the Black women are threatening to blow up the Democratic Party to destroy it if they do not choose Kamala Harris. See what happens when people are out of place? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's their conundrum that they created, and I love it. Okay. Aaliyah just dropped the link, guys. What's the name of your channel, Big Al?
Big Al, Uncle Coon.
Big Al. So if you guys look at his name here on the platform, Big Al, Uncle Coon. If that link won't work for you, just type that in and it'll come up. If you like what he's talking about, and all of you are saying that you do, sub him up. Because we're going to be doing this partnership for a long time. And just so you guys know, I have some other people who are going to be coming on the show. Me and Big Al are going to continue to work together, trying to get Big Al to go live. Once we get him to go live, going to have all you guys to come over there, and we'll still be making you laugh. Katrinka, Sandoval, baby stem cell infusions. Yeah, that too. Tracy, my mom's hair looks like a crazy haystack. So rest assured she didn't participate. You never know, Tracy. And so, okay. Yeah. And that's all I wanted. Those of you who were not here, I went live earlier once Biden announced that he was stepping aside. Check that video out. I also uploaded a video on the Black women that are saying they're going to destroy the Democratic Party, and Al, everything we've talked about, they need to be destroyed. It needs to be disbanded. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Somebody said Trump was raised by a Klansman. It's documented. Where is it?
End of the bench. Drop a link or tell us where to find it.
Yeah, where is it?
So that's fine, guys. If you want to share something with us and you want to drop a link, drop it. We'll go research it. Okay. All right. All right, Big Al. Katrinka, subscribed. All right. Thank you, Katrinka. Hit that like button over here.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank y'all.
yeah,
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
yeah. Please,
Appreciate it.
guys. Jill is stepping down. Really? Cha, you talking about Jill Biden?
Yeah, she's talking about Joe, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, Cha. I did a video on that earlier. I did a video where he's stepping aside, and the Democratic Party is continuing to implode. Um, and the party of diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's all a one big lie, puff of smoke.
A bunch of crap.
They are right. They're nothing but hypocrites because the black women, who 95% vote Democratic, saying if you don't choose, you better not choose a white male. You better choose. They're telling people who to choose. You better choose. Oh girl, what's her name? What was she saying? I'm in these streets. Get out of here. Not in these streets.
Look at Karen. Karen Smith got it. That's right. Karen Smith, that's true.
Yeah, Karen, I got you. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. James said Trump is from Queens, New York. Never seen a KKK member there, buddy. See, Farrar, I think Cha was making fun because Jill is in charge. Oh, okay, Farrar, I got you. I didn't know. So, yeah, go back, guys. Check out all the videos. Al and I, we've done, 4 videos over the past day or 2. They're doing very well. Hit that like button, folks. It's not going to cost you one thin dime. Hit that subscribe button.
Get the likes up.
Yeah, get the likes up. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are going to continue to bring you good content, truthful content, and all you have to do is hit the like button. Okay? That helps trigger the YouTube algorithm. All right, Big Al, we're going to get off unless you have something else to say.
No, Ms. Lynn, I appreciate you, and I think we're doing what we have to do. I think we all have to do our part, and we have got to let people know how we stand. We got to push back on all this BS and all this demonic crap. The Bible says in Romans 15:2 that we're supposed to be looking for people, asking ourselves, how can I help? Now, everybody out here is not an idiot. Some people are really looking for information, and some people just don't do a whole lot of research. So, we have to keep talking and putting out the truth, and so it's gonna hit the people that's supposed to get it, and the rest of them, they're gonna get pissed off, right? But I'm just kind of surprised, to be honest with you, that all the people, all that venom I was getting, I didn't see none of them people on here. Y'all scared? Where you at?
You knew, hey, you thought they were coming. They said, nah, they didn't want to smoke today.
They didn't want to smoke.
No, not today. Yeah, they just sit back. The keyboard warriors sit back, talk all that trash, but when it's time to put up, they're nowhere to be found. You know that.
Some of them hit me on my phone. They ain't saying that.
And I'm just saying, Al, what summarize what you were talking about. It's just so sad. What you don't care, I don't care. But some people, it's hurtful that they're losing these relationships with family members and friends. But folks, you do what's right. And I tell you, this channel started. If you go back and look at, I started doing this channel. I started doing book reviews and music reaction. But when all this stuff started with particularly the migrant issue, and I could be wrong, Big Al, but I said that God is using this illegal immigrant issue to wake people up, specifically Black Americans. I call it the awakening.
Yeah.
Because they finally said, wait a minute, especially in Chicago. Those people have been poor since the beginning of time. And every time they ask for money for anything, we don't have it. But you have billions of dollars for non-Americans. So I'm like, hey, that woke me up. Which I had been awake. I told you, I've been watching Larry Elder since the 90s. But I mean, it just really smacked me in the face. And I'm like, whoa, it was blatant. And, that's when I said, no. That's when I changed my format. And because if you go back, I was interviewing celebrities. I was reaching out to celebrities. I've interviewed Thelma of Good Times, Flo Anthony. I've interviewed Ring of Gold. Lord have mercy, I can't think of her name right now. She was my very first celebrity interview. Frida Payne. I interviewed Raj, Ernest Thomas for What's Happening. So yeah. So I started doing that. Then I said, wait a minute. I enjoyed that thoroughly. But this, time out for that. This is what I need to be working on to wake people up. And I'm already an educator, so why not? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Greg. Just subscribe. Yeah. Hit the like button too. And don't forget to subscribe to Big Al Uncle Coon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're gonna get out of here. You know how I do. Oh, I gotta sing a song. James is here. Every time James is here, I have to sing a song. And I'm gonna sing this. This is from the Eagles. I think I have their greatest hit somewhere around here.
Yeah, the Eagles, man.
Hide your lying eyes. And then, of course, the Spinners. I love the Spinners. This is what the Democrats have been doing. Games people play. That's what they've been doing. Games with people.
Yeah.
And now it's coming crashing down on their doorstep. And this is God ordained, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. We're going to go. Bye, Steve. I will continue to respond to your comments in the comment section. Me and Big Al, Uncle Coon's going to get out of here. And just be looking for us. We're liable to go live at any time. Because me and Big Al talk on the phone 2 or 3 times a day. Sometimes I say, Big Al, you want to go live? He's like, why not? So we know things are constantly changing in the news. So we'll go live as much as we can. Oh, Allie said we love train. That's OJ's. People all over the world join the love train. One of my favorite songs. Yes, the OJ's. Bye, Allie Cat. Allie and everyone else. Thank you so much for spending your very valuable time here with the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel. Thank you, Katrina. Make sure you sub up Big Al, Uncle Coon. And we're going to get out of here. All right. We'll see you. Just be looking for us. I don't know. Maybe every day. We'll see. Thank you so much. And we'll see you soon. I'm going to continue to respond to your comments in the comment section once I end the live.